Since its debut on Adult Swim back in 2013, Rick and Morty has catapulted itself into mainstream popularity thanks to the hilarious hijinks of its title characters. Even if you're not a big fan of science fiction, it's hard to deny that Rick and Morty is still one of the funniest animated shows on television. Between its dark sense of humor, bizarre plot twists, and lovable main characters, the show has managed to become one of the most unique cartoons in television history. There are so many things that go into making such a bizarre masterpiece, so naturally there are tons of facts that most casual viewers would be surprised to know. So without further ado, here are 5 facts you probably didn't know about Rick and Morty. Although the show is essentially a masterpiece, apparently it didn't actually take long for Rick and Morty to actually come into fruition. In fact, it only took approximately 6 hours for writers Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland to pump out the plot episode. As legend has it, the show was actually sold and written on the same day. According to Harmon, Justin Roiland told him, "If you leave now, we'll be done in 3 months, but if you stay, we can finish this today." Harmon did stay, and the two did in fact finish it that day. You've probably never seen a reoccurring character more bizarre than the gross-looking pink and blue alien from Rick and Morty. In every episode of Rick and Morty that takes place in an interstellar or multiversal universe, the alien creature depicted above has popped up in some odd fashion. He's appeared in the pilot as well as several other episodes including Morty Night Run, The Wedding Squancher, and Rick See Business. He may not be aesthetically pleasing by any means, but he is a nice little Easter egg for all Rick and Morty diehards. If you ever thought Rick and Morty lacked in linear story arc, well you're right. Although it's quite obvious that the show doesn't really have much of a plot, co-creator Dan Harmon pretty much confirmed everyone's thoughts when he admitted the plot for the story is to basically have no story. "This story just makes no sense. It's a story about not having a story," said Harmon. Thanks for clearing that up, Dan. Now we can all sleep better at night knowing there's actually a method to you and Justin Roiland's madness. When the idea of Rick and Morty was first conceived, Morty's father, Jerry, was originally supposed to be a pretty grounded character. While he's certainly more normal than his father-in-law Rick, which isn't really saying much, he definitely shouldn't be classified as a prototypical serious straight-line character. He was originally supposed to be a respectable, patriotical figure, but since Chris Parnell's voice is too dang hilarious, the writers felt they had to make Jerry more of a nerdy, pathetic character. I think it's to safe that they went in the right direction, as Jerry's status as the household dork makes the perfect supporting character in the show. With a mind as creative as Roiland's, it should come to no shock that there are some concepts from the show that were actually developed years ago. The most noteworthy being the song Get Schwiffy, which was featured in the second season episode of the same name. Roiland, who has always been heavily into music, wrote and recorded this song with some friends when he was just a kid. According to Roiland, apparently the song got many rave reviews from his buddies. He said, "When I let some friends listen to the song, the response was, 'It's pretty good, but it's not anything special. So now I've put the song in the context where it saves the world.'" And that's all we have time for today. If you liked the video, make sure you hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with more videos like this one.